Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I think we're gonna foam roll. If that
Okay.
be good.
Huh?
Jess, do you have a foam roller?
Yeah, let me grab it. Hold on.
Okay. If everybody has one, that's my plan. Since we stretched last week, I'm trying to.
Yeah. Thank you.
Feels, I made a mistake. I accidentally started the video.
What did you do with your car?
And when I went to, and I didn't edit it because the real.
Tracking Amazon orders.
I just
Today?
half on a birthday gift for my brother's 21st on Wednesday. He wanted this really like decked out computer. It's like a gaming computer. It costs like $2,000, and we had all these like protection plans and this software. So just went half with my mom. So it'll be here.
That's very nice.
Wow.
Yeah. And yeah, my brother, he's not one of the people to party. Him and I are like total opposites. So he likes to play video games. He's an extreme introvert, only goes out if he, little things. He's like a hermit.
Good for him. Well, I thought I had ordered something and I didn't order it, so that's what I was checking.
Oh, okay.
I was like, where the hell is this item? I was like, yeah, well, it would help if you fucking ordered it. I ordered one and I thought I ordered another one, but apparently I did not. So
Yeah, you know what? Amazon ProJames pissed me off. So I had accidentally shipped to San Antonio. As soon as I pressed order, I tried to change it. And then Progenics got back to me and they're like, thank you for ordering. What's the problem? And I was like, it's the wrong address. Here's a new one. And they still sent it to San Antonio. I was like, screw you guys. I reordered it and then they were like, oh, thank you again for your purchase. And I was like, you jackasses.
they charged you for two, so now you have two?
Yes, one in San Antonio and one here. Yes.
Perfect. I'll go pick it up.
Yeah, well, if you need protein, let me know because it's still in the box. So
I haven't even been using my protein.
no.
Nah.
I still been using. I just stopped my creatine since I'm not really in the gym. So.
Yeah. Bye. Have fun. Let's see. We'll give people a few more minutes.
I did go to the beach though yesterday. And it was like an hour drive. I went to Sarasota, Florida. There was so many people out there, and I was like, really, guys? People were all on the boats, like big groups on boats. And I'm like, okay, guys, like, we're just not doing anything that we're supposed to be doing down.
Like, none of this is working. I saw some folks, I guess, in Texas on boats. And I guess I figure if you're on your own boat, that's a little bit better than being on the beach with people that you maybe don't know,
It is. But if you have a group of like 15 on one boat.
I know. Yeah, I don't know what they thought was going to happen. Like when they said that we could do shit, like we were going to follow the directions. Like,
Right.
I can already tell, like yesterday I went and dropped off a painting and I was like, there's so much traffic. Like, I don't understand. Like, I see these pictures of like these other massive cities and like the highways are just deserted.
Yeah.
And then like I go out in San Antonio and it's like, this just looks like every other day. Like everyone's still out, like.
So, you know what I noticed too is that I noticed that the drivers yesterday were angry.
Well, everybody's angry because now they're trying to get places, and it's like they haven't, or they've just forgotten all etiquette of driving because they haven't done it in so long. Yeah, I'm still. I go to drop off paintings, and I go to HEB to pick up my groceries. That's about it. I went to the vet one day to pick up drugs. Okay. Greg and Ashley, do you guys have foam rollers? They're frozen.
They're busy with their feet.
Greg and Ashley.
They're in deep thought right now.
Maybe I can message them. Hold on. How do I do that? Oh, there they are. Hey, I'm talking to you. Do you guys have foam rollers?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Right. I was talking to you guys are frozen. I didn't know if you can hear me or not.
Yeah. We're frozen. We can't hear.
Lorraine, do you have your foam roller?
Yeah.
Okay. Then let's do that then. I'm trying to alternate from week to week, guys, doing like last week we just stretched the entire time. So this week we'll do foam rolling, and then next week maybe lacrosse ball. I'm just trying to keep it from getting too repetitive. Okay. So let's go ahead. We'll just do for 30 minutes. We're going to do basically a full body foam roll. Okay. Anything that is maybe especially sore on anybody that we need to maybe spend a little bit of extra time on?
How about the back?
Low back, upper back.
I don't like here.
Lorraine, that's not very medical. So middle-ish. Okay.
That's all those ground to overheads.
Ow, fucker.
Killing me.
Every time I do mobility, my cat grabs my butt. Okay, so we'll start. We'll get there eventually, Lorraine. Okay, but we'll start with the lower. Okay, I'll time all of this. Okay, so grab your foam roller. There she is. Hey, fatty.
Oh.
That's so funny.
Fatty. Okay. Let me get a timer. So we're going to start off, guys, with our glutes. So go ahead and just have a seat on your foam roller. Okay. All right. And we're going to go, let's go left ankle over right knee. Okay, and then we're going to lean it to the left. So you're leaning towards the leg that's crossed over. And we're just going to roll on that butt cheek for a little bit, okay? You might be able to pop your back if you get a really good twist with it, but you can't really mess this up. So just work on the part. If it is your low back that's kind of tight, then you can kind of focus on that upper part of your butt cheek. If your knees are sore, try working the outer part of your hip a little bit. I'll do it for about a minute 15.
Okay.
Ew. Good, about 15 more seconds. Okay, let's go ahead and switch it the other way. All right, so we'll go right over left, twist it or lean it to the right. There's about to be a fight. All right, and always, I'm just trying to pay attention to whenever we do one side and then the other, right? Make sure Like my right side is way worse than my left side. Sliding all over my corner. Good, about 30 seconds. Is that a cat toy?
Yes.
I think we have that same one. I know that noise quite well. At 3 in the morning.
Yes, that's the best. It's in my room at 3 in the morning. I know, you hear it, don't you?
Okay. And then let's get our hamstrings. Okay, so you're just gonna take, excuse me, right, both legs straight out in front, right, with your hands behind you. So we always say the worst part of this one is having to hold yourself up, okay, but super simple. You're just gonna roll it from like the bottom part or the underside of your cheeks all the way down to like right behind your knees, right? Make sure, you're relaxing your legs. Turn your feet in a little bit, turn your feet out a little bit. Again, you can't really mess this up. You're not going to do any damage if you foam roll incorrectly here. Use that one.
Rump.
You didn't sound happy.
Yeah. Yeah. She doesn't like the other two cats, and they're bothering her right now. So.
Yeah.
I think Nacho's going to be an outside cat because he started really picking on one of the other ones inside the house.
Yeah.
I can't figure out, and it's the one that's lived here the longest. I can't figure out why of all of the other ones he's decided that that's the one he's going to be an asshole to. But they have like a, knockdown, drag out fight every time he comes back in the house.
That's funny.
I don't know what to do about it. And it's gotten to where the one that's getting its ass kicked, he gets scared every time he sees it because he knows he's about to get a whooping.
Poor kitty.
Yeah, and he's super sweet. So he doesn't fight back. So Nacho just beats the shit out of him. Even got him one of those those calming collars to see if he'll.
Maybe Nacho gets beat up outside and he comes back in and he beats up on
I don't know. I thought it could be like that. They always say bullies, human bullies get bullied themselves. So yeah, maybe he's getting picked on, and so he just picks
He wants
the easiest target. And I kind of figured he'd go after the kitten, because she's the smallest one. Got about 10 more seconds here. But yeah, every time he comes in, it's like I have to separate them. So, I don't know. It's so funny because he used to be such a sweet little thing. I don't know why he's turning into such an asshole. I guess it's like people. The older you get, sometimes the crankier you get. So let's move it down to our calves. Right? We're going to spend about 2 minutes here. So if you guys want to do this one leg at a time, right? And it'll be a little more aggressive if you cross one leg over the other. Okay, but work it all the way down to your Achilles. Then you can roll it up to behind your knee again. You can leave it right in the middle and kind of windshield wiper your legs. But I'll tell you at the 1 minute mark to switch legs. Okay, if you're doing it one at a time. But make sure you turn your feet out just like the hamstrings. Feet out, feet in. On this one, pay attention to if your inner or your outer calf hurts more. Can be very kind of telling as far as are you compensating or do you pronate, do your feet cave in or out type thing. but it should hurt all the same.
This tail's going crazy.
Okay, if you're doing it one at a time, go ahead and switch legs.
Oof. Oh.
I feel like did we do a lot of jump rope this week?
I don't recall that jump rope.
Jump rope and running, I think.
Yeah.
I haven't been doing any jump rope. I need to vacuum. Good, about 10 more seconds. Then you won't have to hold yourself up anymore. Okay, and we're gonna switch it to the front of your leg. So we're gonna get the quads, okay? So every time we do this, guys, hopefully you're familiar, you've done this at least once with me. When you do your quads, you see my feet real quick, okay? You're gonna roll it from the top of your knees all the way up to your hips. Make sure you take about 5 or 6 rolls with your toes like straight down, okay? Then you'll roll toes out, and then you'll roll toes in, okay? That way we're getting all the different parts of your quads. You're gonna be down, you always wanna do this down on your forearms, right? So you're not arching your back, okay? So just bring it down to your elbows. We'll do this for about 2.5 minutes, give you plenty of time. Again, make sure you're like relaxing your legs. That way you don't hide the knots. Don't do that. Right, and same conversation here is with the calves, right? Like most people are either, it's going to be the inner or the outer that really kind of light up. And ideally, they would all be kind of level and equal, but could suggest you've got something going on when you squat if you're super sore one way or the other. You can even stay here in the middle and kind of roll it kind of side to side if you wanted to. What are you doing? She's in my shirt. Hey, can you see that?
Oh.
She's up my shirt. Do not do that. You're gonna get rolled on. Good, about 15 more seconds. No, don't do that. No. Shit. Okay, go ahead and rest. All right, now we're gonna get your groin. Okay, so the best way to get this one, guys, you're gonna take your foam roller parallel to your body. Okay, couple of options here. So I'd start it with that leg like at a 90 degree. Okay, we're down on our elbows again. Okay, and we're gonna roll it from right at our knee all the way in to like your midline. Okay, so if
No,
you find
CrossFit
like
gym.
a really rough spot, right? Stay in that spot and try straightening and bending your leg to kind of break that up. Okay, but keep it on your inner leg there. Let's not get back out to the quad. We're gonna do this for about a minute and a half. You're making it very difficult. What are you doing? We got goobers. Ew.
That's good. Breathe.
Yeah, probably gonna be pretty gnarly, like right down at your knee. No. Good, about 15 more seconds. Ew. Okay, let's go ahead, guys, and switch it. Take it across to the other leg. I guess I'm just gonna have to watch. Okay, ready, and we're going. Good, about 10 seconds. Okay, we're gonna hit one more spot on the legs, okay? And I'm gonna give you a couple of options because this can actually be a pretty sensitive spot, but we're gonna hit your IT band, okay, which runs down the very outside of your leg from right up at your hip bone, kind of right above your knee, okay? So always kind of tell people, you know, even if you haven't been working out, like let's say you sit all day, you know, at your job, it's probably not ever going to feel like good to roll your IT band, okay? It gets very, very tight just from kind of walking around and being alive, basically. But it's a good spot to hit. Like if you ever feel like your knees are sore or they feel like tight or swollen, a lot of times what's going on is you've gotten tight up at the top part of your hip or your IT band and it pulls everything. Okay, so two options kind of based on what your pain tolerance is. Okay, so option one is, and we're going to be right on the outside part of your quad, is to stack your hips and roll it down the outside of your leg. Okay, if you try that and it's just like, holy shit, like I can't even handle it, then bring your top leg over, okay, to kind of take a little bit of weight off of it. You can kind of do the same thing that we did with your groin. So if I'm rolling along and I find like a really rough spot, like I can feel a knot, you can try, again, bending and extending your legs. I can feel my knee pop when I roll my IT band. Okay, so I'll give you about a minute 15, but just, be warned that this is probably not going to be a very comfortable process. Oh man, I feel like I've got a golf ball. It's almost like I can't understand how this gets so sore or knotted. Give it about 10 seconds. We won't spend too long here. All right, let's go ahead. We'll switch it to the other side. Ooh. All right, and again, don't be surprised if one side is a little more sensitive than the other. Okay, same thing on the other side. Every time we do the mobility, I realize how much I need to vacuum my floor. I get down here and see all the crap on here. What's going on there, Greg?
Air life.
Some kind of flyover.
One of those air life helicopters.
Yeah. Okay, let's go ahead and move it to the upper body just a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna give you about 2 minutes to roll out your back. Okay, so a couple of things to keep in mind. You can roll like your lower back. Be a little bit mindful, that's where your kidneys are, right? So you don't want to get super aggressive down at your low back. If you're going to roll in your mid back, Lorraine, it's always a good idea to kind of cross your arms while you do it to kind of brace just a little bit. I've never seen it happen, but if you get too aggressive right in your rib cage area, your ribs are pretty fragile, right? So there is a slight chance that you could like pop a rib out if you got real aggressive with it. If you're going to be up in your upper back, right, you don't have to really worry too much, right? So you can let your head hang, open your arms a little bit, okay, but be a little bit careful in the middle, okay? So I'm going to give you about 2 minutes to just work it up and down. We'll get your lats here at the very end, so don't worry too much about your armpit area, but let's just roll it. Stop. You're being such a bitch. You just want attention, I think. There you go. In about 1 more minute. Oh. Good, about 30 seconds, guys. Good, okay, and rest. All right, the last spot we're gonna get, it's kind of a, like almost could be a 2-for-1, okay? So we're mainly gonna focus on your lats, right? Which are like those kind of wing muscles. So they hook in like right, 2/3 of the way down your rib cage and kind of right up to the back part of your tricep area. So I think the best way to get in this spot is to take your foam roller and then you're just gonna kind of drape yourself at your armpit area, okay, right over that foam roller. You can kind of roll it down onto your rib cage area because it's your muscles there to protect your ribs. If you want to get your pec or your chest a little bit, leave that foam roller kind of right in your armpit, and you can rock yourself onto your tummy and then kind of take yourself back onto your lat again. Okay, but we'll do about a minute per side here, and then we'll be done. Okay, so just kind of go by feel. You don't have to be too careful here. You're not going to do any damage, right? You could even get your tricep a little if you wanted to get down towards your elbow. But try to kind of relax in that area. Good, about 10 seconds. Okay, let's switch it to the other side. Last spot. Okay, here we go. 1 minute here. Okay, about 15 seconds. Okay. All right. So a couple of announcements. I think I'm gonna talk to Laura, but I think next Sunday is Mother's Day, right? So I'm not sure if we'll do this or not. Like I was kind of thinking people might be busy with family or something, but I wasn't sure if anyone's even doing that since technically we're still at home. But we'll let you know if it ends up like we don't have it next week. Lynn, I emailed you the week 8 for YouTube. Everybody else, that link is going to pop up in the Facebook group. at about 4 o'clock today. So if you have any questions on the workouts, just let us know. And then you guys can check in on social media for this class too. Okay, so just remember we're on a different hashtag this month. So it's JN4ALS. Okay. And I told one of the other groups, whenever it's one of those big old charities like that, like we usually try to donate it here locally, either in San Antonio or in Texas at least. So it's not just going to some big massive group. Okay. But I appreciate you guys coming and rolling out. Remember, these little mobility classes are up in the YouTube, right, on the Zoom recording. So, you know, if it's like a Wednesday and you don't want to work out, but you feel like you need to kind of maybe stretch, you know, it wouldn't be a bad idea to go back and like rewatch it maybe for like a little bit of guidance. You know, I know sometimes it's like, you know, you need to stretch or foam roll, but you're not really sure like how to go about it. So I don't know, it's kind of like just a little pre-recorded talk you through it type thing if you wanted to. Okay. But yeah, I'll let you know about next Sunday. And other than that, I think we're good to go. Okay.
Okay.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy your Sunday.
Bye.
Good Sunday, everybody.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye, Grumps.